You could call it breaking news. It's not really breaking news, but just a real scenario that I experienced today. Some of you might have had this happen before, depending on where you've got your DNS records hosted. As I did a little bit of research this morning after seeing an unusual pop-up from Outlook, the pop-up was an auto-discovery message that said, hey, I'm redirecting you to this crazy looking URL, and that's going to be where you'll get your auto-discover settings. I thought, what's going on here? Didn't recognize the URL, recognized the name cPanel in there, so you might know where I'm going with this, and I thought, I'm not really comfortable with accepting this. I thought maybe it was something that I did, but I couldn't really recall anything that was out of the ordinary. Be right with you, Lorian. And so I'll just take you through it. How did I use Yammer to sort of discuss this with my team? So we have my team on board. I came across this message. I shared a few things that I had discovered. cPanel email discovery was the new URL that was supposedly configuring Outlook, and I wanted to let people know that don't actually accept this because it's not a trusted source. Had to dig in and try and find out what that was about. So I'm in New Zealand. Teams over in Brisbane predominantly. We've got LA as well as Perth as well. And Jeff Bell was first on the scene there. He said, look, everything seems to be going okay with me, but I've seen that error message, or haven't seen that error message yet. And sort of digging in, I looped in the rest of the team, and Paul Woods was letting me know that there might have been a change or an upgrade to where our DNS was being held. And I thought, there we go, that makes sense. Because as I dug into that record, let's have a look at that. There we go. Might be able to see that. I dug in and did a search and found it was the SRV record that was causing us some issues. It seems that the default SRV record for cPanel tends to be really helpful and direct your Outlook to email that might be hosted on that cPanel service. If that record is not deleted, then it's going to be there as a potential option as Outlook powers up or starts up, finds that record for auto discovery as one of the options, and then tries to offer it as configuration. No, I did dig in, and here's that example of that error message, or rather that redirection message as well. Managed to capture a bit of information too using the old control and right click trick that you do for Outlook to go through the configuration testing, and then also verify that yes, it was being directed via a SRV record to cPanel. So Paul's going to jump in there and get that changed over, but it was really good and interesting to see that as the team jumped on Yammer, they were made aware of it, they saw the message and said, yeah, I was a bit unsure about this too. So when we use tools like Yammer or Teams or something to get this discussion out there across the organization, it makes people aware. We're not going to try and use it for fear, uncertainty and doubt, but certainly that awareness to just sort of double check and see, is anyone else experiencing this, and getting that awareness out there. So that was my little story, and yep, you can use Yammer, you can use other things. Yammer seemed to work well for us, but do make use of these tools to have those open discussions to make people aware of things. Thank you.